Welcome to one of Europe's most enchanting destinations, the Croatian coast. Picture this. Sparkling turquoise waters lap gently against ancient stone walls. Sun-drenched islands beckon in the distance, each one a world of its own. This stunning stretch along the Adriatic Sea, my friends, is a paradise waiting to be explored. Whether you're yearning for relaxation, craving adventure, or seeking cultural immersion, the Croatian coast offers something for everyone. Let's dive into why this destination should be at the very top of your travel bucket list. Croatia boasts some of the most beautiful beaches in Europe, each with its own unique personality. And trust me, you'll want to get to know them all. Let's start with Zlatni Rat Beach, on the island of Brač. This beach is famous for its unusual shape, like a tongue of golden sand stretching out into the sea. And the best part? It actually changes shape with the tides and winds. Whether you're sunbathing, windsurfing, or just marveling at nature's artistry, Zlatni Rat is an experience you won't soon forget. Now let me whisk you away to a secluded paradise, Stenova Beach on the island of Vis. Tucked away between towering cliffs, accessible only by a narrow sea passage or a bit of a hike, Stenova is a true hidden gem. The feeling of tranquility here is palpable. Surrounded by dramatic cliffs and crystal-clear water, you'll feel like you've discovered your own private paradise. And then there's Hvar Island, the glamorous darling of the Adriatic. Picture this. Fields of lavender bursting with color and fragrance, chic beach clubs buzzing with life, and secluded bays with water so clear you can see straight to the bottom. Hvar is an island of contrasts where you can dance the night away in a hip beach club and then wake up to the sound of waves lapping against your sailboat. Speaking of sailboats, one of the joys of exploring the Croatian coast is island hopping. With regular ferries crisscrossing the Adriatic, you can easily create your own adventure, hopping from one island paradise to the next. Trust me, getting lost amidst these islands is the best way to find yourself. Now let's step back in time and explore the captivating coastal towns of Croatia. These aren't just charming tourist destinations, they're living, breathing museums, each one whispering tales of a rich and fascinating past. First up we have Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic. Imagine strolling along the ancient city walls, the sun warm on your face as you gaze out over the terracotta rooftops and the sparkling Adriatic. You can almost hear the echoes of knights and merchants, the clang of swords and the bustle of the marketplace. Dubrovnik's Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a maze of narrow marble streets, charming squares, and historic buildings, each one more captivating than the last. Next we journey north to Split, a city where Roman history comes alive. Here you can wander through the sprawling Diocletian's Palace, an incredibly well-preserved Roman palace complex built by the Emperor Diocletian in the 4th century AD. It's not every day you get to sip coffee amidst 1,700-year-old Roman ruins, is it? And for a taste of romance, let's head to Rovinj, a picturesque town perched on a peninsula in the Istrian Peninsula. Rovinj is a feast for the senses, with its colorful houses cascading down to the sea, narrow cobblestone streets echoing with laughter, and the aroma of freshly caught seafood wafting from every restaurant. Be sure to climb up to the Church of St. Euphemia, perched atop the hill, for breathtaking panoramic views of the town and the sea. But the true magic of these towns lies not just in their historic stones, but in the spirit of the people who call them home. You'll find that same warmth and generosity in every corner of Croatia, from the bustling markets to the quiet cafes. Now, are you ready to plunge into the heart of the Adriatic? The Croatian coast is a paradise for water lovers, with its crystal-clear waters teeming with life. Grab your snorkel and fins because we're going on an underwater adventure. The Adriatic Sea is renowned for its clarity. Imagine diving into these azure depths, sunlight dancing on the surface above, and being greeted by a kaleidoscope of colors. Schools of fish dart in and out of coral reefs, while octopus lurk in rocky crevices, their tentacles swaying in the current. You might even spot a dolphin or two frolicking in the distance, a truly magical experience. For a truly unforgettable adventure, head to the Blue Grotto on Basevo Island. This natural wonder is illuminated by an ethereal blue light that filters in through an underwater opening, creating a magical, otherworldly glow. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. Of course, you don't have to get wet to experience the beauty of the Adriatic. Boat tours are a fantastic way to explore the coastline, whether you opt for a romantic private yacht or a lively group excursion. Imagine yourself cruising along the coastline, the wind in your hair, the sun on your face, as you hop from one secluded cove to another. And for the eco-conscious traveler, kayaking and paddleboarding offer fantastic ways to get up close and personal with the coastline, at your own pace and with minimal environmental impact. Now I know what you're thinking, all this exploring has worked up an appetite. Well, you're in luck, because the Croatian coast is a foodie's paradise. Imagine yourself seated at a table overlooking the harbor, the aroma of garlic, olive oil and fresh seafood filling the air. Croatian cuisine is a delightful fusion of Mediterranean and Slavic influences, with an emphasis on fresh, locally sourced ingredients. You'll find plenty of grilled fish and seafood, of course. Think succulent grilled octopus drizzled with olive oil and lemon juice, or a steaming bowl of black risotto made with squid ink and bursting with flavor. And don't even get me started on the cheese. Pag cheese, produced on the island of Pag, is world-renowned for its sharp, salty flavor, a result of the island's unique microclimate and the sheep that graze on herbs swept in by the sea breeze. To wash it all down, be sure to try some local wines. Croatia's wine regions are often overlooked, but they produce some real hidden gems like Posip, a crisp, refreshing white wine, and Plavac Mali, a robust red. But the best way to experience Croatian cuisine is to embrace the local culture of dining. Meals are meant to be savored, shared with friends and family, and enjoyed at a leisurely pace. Don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with the locals. They're always happy to share their love of food and their country. One of the things I love most about the Croatian coast is its perfect balance of adventure and relaxation. Whether you're a thrill seeker or a sunbather, you'll find plenty to keep you entertained. For the adrenaline junkies, the Croatian coast is an adventure playground. Imagine yourself soaring through the air on a zipline over the Cetina River, the wind whipping through your hair as you take in breathtaking views of the canyon below. Or perhaps you'd prefer to test your metal rock climbing in Paklenica National Park, scaling towering limestone cliffs with experienced guides. And for a more leisurely adventure, why not rent a bike and explore the vineyards of Korčula Island? Pedal through rolling hills, stopping at local wineries to sample the local vintages and soak up the stunning scenery. But let's not forget about relaxation. The Croatian coast is home to some of the most idyllic beaches in the world. Perfect for simply soaking up the sun, taking a dip in the turquoise waters, or reading a good book under the shade of a palm tree. And after a long day of exploring, there's nothing quite like strolling through the ancient streets of a coastal town, watching the sunset over the Adriatic from a cliffside cafe, or simply enjoying a glass of local wine as the stars come out. But the true beauty of the Croatian coast lies not just in its stunning scenery, but in the warmth and hospitality of its people. Croatians are incredibly proud of their heritage, and they love to share it with visitors. One of the best ways to experience Croatian culture is to attend one of the many festivals that take place throughout the year. The Dubrovnik Summer Festival, for example, transforms the city into a stage for world-class music, theater, and dance performances. Or for a taste of local tradition, check out a Fisherman's Night where you can enjoy live music, traditional dancing, and of course plenty of fresh seafood. Speaking of music, be sure to listen for klapa singing, a traditional form of a cappella singing that originated in Dalmatia. These haunting melodies, often performed by groups of men in traditional costumes, are sure to give you goosebumps. And don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with the locals. Croatians are incredibly friendly and welcoming, and they're always happy to share their love of their country with visitors. You'll be amazed by their generosity and their eagerness to make you feel at home. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds amazing, Rick, but can I afford it? And the answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. Croatia offers the beauty and charm of more expensive Mediterranean destinations, but without the hefty price tag. You'll find that your travel dollar stretches much further here. Imagine indulging in luxurious accommodations, savoring exquisite meals at top-rated restaurants, and treating yourself to unforgettable experiences, all without breaking the bank. Think about it, sipping a cappuccino in a sun-drenched piazza, the scent of fresh pastries wafting through the air, doesn't have to cost a fortune. Or imagine yourself enjoying a delicious seafood dinner for two overlooking the harbor, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, at a fraction of what you'd pay in other Mediterranean hotspots. Croatia allows you to experience the finer things in life without the guilt of overspending. You can find charming boutique hotels tucked away in historic towns, family-run guest houses offering warm hospitality and home-cooked meals, and even affordable private apartments with stunning views of the Adriatic. So, go ahead, indulge a little. Treat yourself to that extra scoop of gelato, that bottle of local wine, or that handmade souvenir. Croatia makes it easy to live like royalty on a pauper's budget. From its idyllic beaches and historic towns to its incredible food and warm people, the Croatian coast has everything you could want in a dream vacation. Whether you're exploring the labyrinthine streets of Dubrovnik, savoring a seafood feast by the sea, or simply soaking in the Adriatic's beauty, Croatia will captivate your heart. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, grab your camera, and prepare to discover the unparalleled beauty of the Croatian coast.